the world going one way, and you got the church going the other. But, you know, God made men sexual beings, yeah? You know, it's nothing to be afraid of. I would see this as the problem in the church is, yeah, maybe many priests, maybe they're afraid of sex. And they're all the time like women are seen as a temptation. I think that's a very big failing, yeah?
Given your lifestyle, could you actually cope with a wife and a family of your own?
Yeah, no, because it wouldn't be fair. Like yesterday, you saw I left the presbytery at 8 o'clock, I came back at 10 o'clock. Now, it wouldn't be fair to a wife waiting around all day. And children need the father around the place. Like the ideal is the father works 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, 40-hour week. The rest of the time, yeah, a large proportion is with his wife and family, and that's the way it should be. I realise that I'm trying to help kids with problems, yeah, who don't feel loved and so on and so forth. Now, if I was married with a wife and family, I'd be making problems for the wife and for those children. Well, you know, I'm working for God, but, you know, I'm kind of God's, yeah, sometimes God's bouncer, yeah, or God's, yeah, lieutenant, yeah.
Charlie Burrows is as shrewd and as gritty as any entrepreneur, but he's motivated by a desire to help rather than by the fatness of a wallet. Throughout his diverse and rocky parish, he runs quarries. An ill-educated older generation hew the raw materials to build Charlie's roads and schools.
When I came here first, I didn't want to be involved in schools because I could see the schools were educating the richer people. Also institutions, I was kind of anti-institution, yeah, because okay, you get a school for a name for your school, and the important thing is that our schools get, you know, prestige, yeah? And then you see little people getting hurt, you see like a girl getting pregnant or something, then, you know, because that's a bad apple, see? So you get rid of the bad apple. Whereas I'm totally against that sort of thing, you know? I'm for looking after bad apples and, you know, making them into good apples. And I think that's what the church should be all about. So you get the cart before the horse coming in, you know, if you are. The institution becomes number one and people become number two.
Charlie has built over a dozen schools. He believes education means liberation. He and his army of more than 400 teachers have educated more than 10,000 children.
An incident, a boy in the school in Cilacap, he stabbed the teacher, he knifed the teacher, and he got 6 months in jail. And after he came out of jail, himself and his father came to me and I put him in the school in Juratliggy. Now, he actually got first in the class, and he is now studying law in one of the state universities in Solo. Now, my thing there is if he's studying law, if he becomes a judge, he will have seen the two sides. He knows what it is to be a criminal, what it feels like to be sentenced, to be standing before the judge, done something wrong. Yeah, and I think that's very important. Most judges have never felt that.
Charlie relishes starting businesses which the people can then run themselves. He's helped build a dozen fishing boats.
For the diocese here, there's about 13 million people, of which 53,000 are Catholics. On the island of Java, there's 100 million people, rural population on an island about the size of England. 50% of the population are under 20 years of age, yeah, so the future is with the young people. That's why education is important, yeah. The whole of Indonesia, 180 million. So it's the biggest Islam country, the biggest population in the world, yeah.
His teeming parish is overwhelmingly non-Catholic. With fundamentalism growing, Charlie's diplomacy and determination, laced with a dash of the rapscallion, are qualities much needed.
You got to have everybody on side in order to be able to operate, to do things for people. You know, we're living in a country which is paternalistic and feudalistic, and the government also is progressing as regards democracy and that, yeah. So you got to keep everybody on side, you know. You got to say the right thing to the right people and at the right time, yeah. If you make a mistake, it's going to affect strongly what you're doing, yeah.